What is up, guys and gals? I haven't made a video in a while, so I figured I'd go over some things. I've got a lot of stuff in the works here, so I figured we'll kind of take a look at everything and see what's going on. So FS25 has definitely had its issues. It's not necessarily been like the best few months with it. I think after this 1.8 update, it's gotten better, but it still needs a little bit of work to it for it to be perfect, quote unquote. It's not as smooth as FS22, but I think it looks night and day better. I mean, it looks 100% better. A quick little, I guess, I don't know, several months down the road review or whatever, 5 month, 4 month, however long it's been since it's been released. Personally, I like it. I know some people hate it. Some people don't want to make the switch because there's not enough mods out there, which is kind of counterintuitive because you know there's mods coming. You might as well go ahead and get the new game and get used to it and get accustomed to it. And that way, when all the mods you want do drop, then you've already got a hold of the game. My personal opinion. You know, y'all can do what you want to, but that's just me. I would have rather have bought the game on release day like I did. That way, kind of gotten a feel for it and used to it. Before I was like, okay, now I know what I'm kind of doing. Now I know what to expect. Here's what I can do. But anywho, I will say it loads a lot slower than FS22. It seems like anyway. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Now my FS19 save game, like the number one save game that I had on FS19, it took probably 20 minutes to load. So I mean, I guess this isn't terrible compared to that. Okay. And a little bit choppy. That's one thing that bugs me. And I've played with the graphics settings a lot. That's a little better. Anyway, let's kind of go over some things that we are... Whoops. It's not supposed to do that. Working on. So we all know the Freightliner FLT from FS22. So since it's here, we'll go ahead and just take a look at it. Of course, essentially the same as FS22, and I kept the static lights from FS22 because I personally, that's one thing about this game that I dislike. I don't like the new lights. I would rather have this kind of style of like the painted lights, vertex painted in Blender, and then a shader applied to them. Personally, in my opinion, I think it looks better than the image files that they use in FS25. Anyway, so a little bit different on the inside. I kind of did this dashboard just a little bit different. I might change it back to the wood look. I don't know. I kind of like this. Same interior, decently detailed. Let's see, of course, tons of headache racks. We'll go through the options here in a minute, but just for the outside features. Same engine. I mean, engine's not super detailed, but I mean, it's, you know, it's an engine. And the cab flips up like, you know, you would expect it. Oh, that's not where I need to be. Excuse me. Why does it do this every time I go to record a video? It only does this shit when I go to record a fucking video. It's like I want to go to the store, but it sends me here. That's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why it does that. Because I got scroll lock on or something? I don't know. Oops. Okay, well, I'm not really sure what the heck just happened there, but anyway. So look at the trucks. I won't go through them and buy all of them like I did. I used to. Used to be a video series that I did ages ago in FS19, and I would try to do like kind of monthly mod updates to show you guys where I was at. I'm trying to get back into doing stuff like that because FS22 YouTube was just kind of an afterthought. Anyway, so let's look at the Freightliner. So basically the same as you would get it in FS22. Some things that are changing. These wheels, I'm going to redo this entire wheel pack with in-game tires and all that good stuff. Let's see, we'll run through all the wheel options. There's a ton of them. Single axle, tandem axle, all like the realistic looking Alcoas, and the two handhold steelies. Let's see, that's your stretch frame and tag axle. That is functional. It does drop. Oop. Let's see. Yeah, so that's the flatbed. Straps are a little bit different, and the auto load system is a little bit different, so I'll have to look at that. Oh, let's see. Yeah, so it's all color changes as well. I will say I do like doing color options so much better in FS25 than the two last games. It is just like you don't have to have a node for everything. It's just like you assign a material slot in Giants Editor, and you can literally assign that one material name to any piece you want to, and it will call it out in the XML and change colors. It's great. I love it. I still haven't done the frame yet. I've done the frame. I can take that back. I've done the frames for. Oh, that's the bumpers. I've done the frames for all of them, but the flatbed. I still got to work on the flatbed frame. Let's see what else I got. So you saw the bumpers. Same bumpers as before. You got the chicken lot bumper, the stock plastic that you can now. Or you can't. Maybe not. No, that's right. That's a stock plastic bumper. Never run disregard. So you got the stock plastic bumper that came on the FLA, FLT tractors. Here is the painted bumper, and you can paint it chrome. You can paint it silver. You can paint it purple. Body color. Whatever you want to do. I might do the tanks too. Make the tanks color changeable. I ain't decided yet. Since I mean, there's literally limitless options in FS25 for colors, which is great. I love it. So anyway, so one really cool thing that I've added to this truck in FS25 is the forklift, the Palfinger forklift. So as you can see, and you will have to download the forklift Palfinger, I guess it's forklift pack or whatever from FS25. You will have to download that in order for this to work. But it's there. It's awesome. Credits to the original creator for that. Tons of, well, I shouldn't say tons of visors. I'm always lacking on visor options, but this one does have some of the best visors that I've done. This one's my favorite, obviously. Fairings, if you want the full look, you can do that. Go back to the classic white here. Let's see. There are still skins. That's all Freightways. There you go. What's with the roof logo? My personal favorite. Okay, we'll get rid of the fairings. Racks, and let's get rid of this. Go back to that. All right. Like I said, it's still a work in progress, but it's just about done. Racks, we got, you know, my classic headache rack toolbox style lineup here. Nothing's really changed with that. Anytime Hadborn releases a new headache rack, I always try to buy it, but he hasn't released any in a while, so. Stretch frame, you can do the Protect side boxes if you want like the full on fancy look. There's different kinds of fenders. We've got these like kind of rounded fenders that I need to fix those and make them color changeable so that you can match the color of the truck with them. There's a full length Merit diamond plate fenders and the half ones, mid length chrome fenders, the Hodge built ones, which are just your classic Hodge built fenders. I think that's all. Oh, God bless. All right. It seems like I've always got something sinusy going on anytime I make one of these freaking videos. But it's just allergies. All right. And the sounds for this truck are from the Mac Pinnacle because the sound file I have does not work with FS25. The sounds in this game are frustrating as hell to work on. I hate doing sounds for this game. It's much different than the last two games. That's my biggest frustration with it. It doesn't make any sense why it wouldn't work, but it just doesn't. Anyway, so this truck, it's, another one of my favorites from FS22. It's still a work in progress. I've still got a long way to go until it's converted. It needs some work. It's still not completely converted yet, so we'll work on it. Like the feed wagon version and all that. Like it needs some work. We'll get her there. Volvos, of course, y'all have seen these. These are pretty much done. My thing with these is, hold on, I'm texting my wife. Text break. Anywho, so the thing with these is, we'll just look at this version real quick. So this is the AR frame. This truck is pretty much done minus these frames because I'm still trying to figure out what direction I want to go with this setup. And it's the same setup. You can do the different lengths of the frames with the tag axles and all that stuff. And I think in FS22 it was compatible with BC Bueller's bed pack and the grain bed pack that I believe it was 82 Studios did. So it worked with those, but those guys haven't converted those packs over yet, and I don't know if they will or not. So what we're gonna do is we're just probably gonna look at making our own, which I would just I'd rather be dependent on myself anyway, instead of waiting on somebody else to convert something or release something. And I don't want to convert other people's mods. I know I did that like 6 years ago. I don't do that anymore. Alright, now Volvo options. So this is your standard, basically 4x2 or 6x4. Is that right? Hell, I don't know. Your standard tandem axle tractor, I should say. And this is VNL 300. 300 premium. 300 premium, you get this roof cap. Love it or hate it. I personally like it. I'll make it a little bit louder so you can see it. And we'll go over the other color options. And VNL 740, just a flat top, no side fairings. And the 740 with the fairings. Okay. So then you've also got the 860. There is no 760. It's only the 740 and the 840. I was pretty much dependent on what SCS software did for ATS. They don't have a 760 sleeper. If they ever decide to release one, I will add one to the pack. But it was a huge pain bringing these into FS to begin with, just because there's literally millions of parts. From people think it's like, oh, you just re-scripted and you're just stealing them. No, it's literally a million different parts to sort from when you bring in a model from ATS. It's a pain, especially an in-game model like this in the Cascadia, which I have not converted yet, but I will eventually. Alright, so that's the 860. And we'll look through the color options. So, you know, classic body colors. I really like this Volvo green. And you can also do it custom. You can do it metallic. I really like this feature. And the thing about this metallic is it's actually freaking metallic. If you look at FS19 and FS22, it's not metallic. It's just kind of like a flat color, where it looks like it's like, I think silver painted was the material slot name. But this actually is metallic, which is great. And of course, you know, design color, you can match it if you want it all just one look. So the visor and the bumpers and side fairings change colors. So that's great. I love that. Really do. Alright, now I'll look at, of course, you can do frame colors as well. You can make it all the same thing. I'm using Half-Ass Modding. He gave me his wheels for this truck, and that's what I've been using, so the hubs do change color. Rim color, you can do whatever color rims you want, and it's much nicer than FS22. It really is. Like, a lot of y'all may hate this game. Well, some of y'all love it. I personally love it. So, I love the features that it has. Okay, and of course you got the stock Alcoas, and you can do the heavy ones, heavy duty wheels. I mean, that's on across the board for this truck. All the options for the wheels. So what was this one? Oh, this is your mirrors. It's basically the same as the Anthem. Rear design is mud flaps, and you got the flow below arrow thingy. I know some guys hate that, some guys don't like it, whatever, I don't care. It's on there. I mean, it's basically, I want it realistic looking, so I don't want, you know, a riced out looking Volvo, because I mean, it's a Volvo, you know, and this is a Volvo. Okay. Headache racks, of course, my same setup. I thought about honestly releasing all of it as a prefab. Like doing it all with the new FS materials and releasing my headache rack pack as a prefab that you can add your own mods. I may do that at some point. You got bumpers, all kinds of bumpers. I like the Exceed bumper. Exhaust, grass burner, of course, is literally what it says, and you've got those kinds of stacks. Logos. Of course, the logos mainly are compatible with the. I have them set up to where they can be used with the sleeper or with the regular truck. Anyway, so that's the main Volvo truck. The second one is the single axle, and you have, well, where's that here? Whoops. There we go. And make it white. Make it white. And we'll add logos to it, so you can see FedEx Freight, Ground, UPS. This is KVAT or Food City. That logo is kind of messed up. I gotta fix that. Food City, and then you got Averett and XPO Logistics, which I don't think they have any Volvos, but you know, we could pretend they do. This is a single axle truck, so you can get the rear hitch so that you can attach dollies to and pull doubles with it. Frame colors and all that stuff still is the same. It's still basically all the same options, same bumpers, everything else. The only one that's really different is this one. This is the 740 HD. Basically, this is a 740 with a tag axle. And you can set it up as, I'm going to put mud flaps on that, I'm not going to do that. You can set it up as a VNX 740, and I'll go over that. Oh, I didn't go over bumper guards. There's basically, it's bumper guards right there. Basically the same ones from ATS. Well, design 740 HD and VNX 740. So you see the VNX 740, you get the fender flares and you get the tanks. The tank and step setup. Really sharp looking. I like it, and I always like choosing jet black as the color. And you can go real fancy and do metallic jet black, which looks really good. Yeah, that one's metallic as well. So there you go. Of course, the daytime running lights do work with the truck, and let's see, chrome grille, or you can do the black grille. And you can just go all the murdered out look. Rim color. Do all black. And it does have a light bar. This is from GMYK, their Wheeling Legacy. Headache racks, you can, I mean, I got that one rack there, that's a heavy haul rack, Protec rack, and all the other ones are the same. And what else did I have on here? I think that was, okay, bumpers too, yeah. So the bumpers are different. See, the same, basically the same bumpers as before, plus the VNX bumper. So that's essentially like you can do the VNL for the clean, classic, over-the-road truck look, or you can do the heavy haul, heavy-duty, very vocational VNX look, which, I mean, it looks pretty badass, I'm not going to lie. I like this truck a lot. It's one of my favorites. Let's see what else we got. I think that's all that I've got for trucks right now. So I got a lot of work to do, obviously. Alright, tractors. So, y'all have seen a lot of the shit I've been working on Facebook. These still need to be really converted. I mean, these are not even close to, I don't even know what all the hell's going on here, but we'll work on that. So we can look at the Boomer. So this is my personal tractor. This is one I actually own this one in real life with these tires and like this kind of configuration. Just basically nothing on it, just a tractor. So this is a New Holland TC29. This will eventually be the quote-unquote small frame. So the TC25, 29, I think it's the 33 and 35. And then I'll eventually do the D model with the deluxe hood. So I do have a front loader, but it doesn't work very good with the in-game loader because it's massive compared to this little tractor. So far we got turf tires, R4 industrial tires, and the ag tires. Basically like you could buy it in real life. And I went off the New Holland dealer brochure to get these tire sizes and wheel sizes. So it may look small, but these are actually, according to the book, the brochure, that these were from the year 2000. Like these were the exact tire sizes. Front weights. So you got the front weight cap stack. And something I did, so you can do the New Holland gray. You can do the New Holland black, which is 2003. Or you can do Ford blue. You want it to kind of just match the paint. I like that color. I like that because I've actually got a Ford blue weight that I put on the front of mine. And the frame color, so you got the New Holland gray, which I believe is 99 through 02. And this will be 2003 is the black frame. I wish that you can have hub color configurations. That's something that they've never had in this game, and it frustrates me because it's still the gray hubs. But anywho, so that's the Boomer. It's just a cute little tractor. I'm running through things because for some reason when I'm recording a video, it will not go back to the store. I don't know why. So we're just going to run through all these mods first. And then, is my Fireball not in here? No, I haven't. Okay. So, of course, y'all know that the Fireball, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. This one was just released, the C series. So what I've done is I've already edited it. I just forgot to check it when I loaded it up, but I got rid of this, so there's no 3-point hitch option in the front, and I've kept the wheels, but I've changed the hubs back to what CNH tractors normally have of this size. This is like the T7 hub or something like that. That's gigantic. But anyway, so I've done that, getting rid of the clamp-on duals and glossed up the paint to make it look more realistic instead of this weird, looks like it got like overspray film or something on it, and made the front headlights more translucent. I might add a few more options there. And a New Holland T5, as you can see. I've done some things to it. So this front grille was actually shiny instead of like the matte color that it was. This tractor pretty much is from FS17, so it's probably going to get a little bit of rework done. Like the interior, I've already started separating parts in Blender for the interior. I love the New Holland T5. It's one of my favorite of the newer New Holland tractors. It's just, I like how it looks. I like how it sounds. It's basically a smaller T6. So, of course, same wheel options I've added to the Fireball. I kind of keep them all the same because it's basically the same that you would buy in real life. I personally like the Continentals. I think they look the best with the little weights. One thing I do want to change is I do want to change this ugly ass hitch. I'll add a drawbar and link arms that are specific to the US. Same options as before, you know. You got your front weight setup, and you got 2 different monitors you can choose from in the cab. That's your bell monitor. You can take it or leave it on the front fenders. If you don't want them, you can get rid of them. Rotary beacons, and of course, front loader attacher with the fancy brush guard. And there's your New Holland T5 in a nutshell. Tons of wheel options and your basic options. Like I said, it's probably going to get a little bit of rework done. Probably going to add it's still on UDIM materials, FS22 materials, so I'll probably put it on the new material system at some point. But it's going to be a minute, because it's very time consuming to separate all those parts in Blender and do all that stuff. What else do I have? Oh, I got the Fiat now. Interesting. Little side quest here. Huh, how about that? I don't like that you can't remove that. I hate the front hitches. I cannot stand how they look. Anyway. I really wanted to work on this and like edit this as kind of my own, but the problem is these things here are not removable. And the other issue is whenever you separate anything from a tractor in Giant's Editor, it becomes one giant blob of parts. Literally, like you have to separate each and every part from the mesh. It's not like before where it was all just one main mesh. When you pulled something from FS19 or FS22, it's like literally a blob. All the parts change rotation and shapes and stuff like that. It's very annoying. Very stupid. Alright, so y'all know the Fords. And the Ford has a brand new engine, courtesy of Cowtub from my Discord. We got front weights. Something I added in FS22 that I brought over to 25 is the new engine numbers. So you have the Ford 8000, the 9000, 8600, and 9600. Wheel setups. So these are in-game wheels. I know that might be, except for the front ones, these are I've modified these to work, but I know some of y'all don't like the in-game wheels. I get that, but this is the best I could do on such occasion. So this is what we got. Now I will probably do like some sort of something for the hubs. I haven't figured that out, what I'm going to do with that just yet. We'll get there. Wheel weights. Just basically that, and then you got rear duals. I mean, it's pretty spot on to the real thing. And of course, you can do dual power, roll bar, and roof cap. I gotta fix that. What the hell's going on there? Oh, well, that's messed up. Anyway, apparently I'm still working on this one because none of these options work, but it will have a loader and it will have muffler options. Cab version is the same. Now the difference with the 8000 and the 9000 is you get the white cab, and it goes blue with the 8600, 9600. I like the 9000 like this. I don't know why, but I just do. Wheel options are the same. Honestly, it's a pretty cool looking tractor. I love these old Fords. Now this one, the actual mufflers actually work, and the loader option works. And I've kind of modified the loader from, I think it was a Massey Ferguson or something, to make it work. The loader bracket to make it work with this, but it looks really good. The sounds are kind of shit right now, so I got to redo those and make them work right. Let's see. What else do I have? That might be all I got right now. Oh, I take that back. I forgot. The T9. Well, I also did this one. This the T8. And I did wheel options for it. So they still need a little bit of work, but you know, I mean, it works. My only issue with it is like it's going to take work for me to get it in this freaking thing on the front of it. T9. So as you see the difference, the cab is not the new material system, and this is the new material system. It's just much better looking. The T9 Smart Tracks, not really much with it, but we'll get it there. Now let's go to balers. So I'll show you the roll belt series. So much better than before. I've made it to where, you know, the bale did clip out of here on the old version. Super annoying. Look like ass. Now it doesn't. It actually stays in the chamber where it's supposed to be. So wheels, you know, trail board. That's your standard wheels. And then you got BKT. You got those, and then you've got big tires. So instead of doing the complete separate wheel and tire, that was two different colors, I did this option so that way when you change the wheel color, they all change colors. So there's Case IH, New Holland white, and yellow. Okay. And you also got this tire, the kind of the smaller tire for the 450. 460, 560, 2022 to now version 560. Of course you can do. Oh, let's go back. You have all those for different models. Silage Special. What was this one? A 50th anniversary sticker. Tank for silage additive, as it is silage additive and net wrap compatible, so it has all that now, where it didn't have any of that before. So, I mean, it did have the silage additive, but now it has that. Okay, and that's all the main options: film bonding and standard net wrap or no net wrap. Let's see. So body colors, you've got neon yellow. If you want to go like the full yellow look, you can. I personally cannot stand that. I think it looks like ass, but you know, whatever. Case IH red, similar, but it's a little bit different. And then you can do the frame in black, and the pickup color you can do in black. And all these parts in here change colors before the rotor back there stayed red and all that stuff, because UDIM sucks for trying to do UDIM sucks for trying to do color options. See, of course, rim options, Case IH, and then this is very, very nice. I really like the way the case baler looks on the Case IH setup looks on this baler. Looks really nice. Much better than the FS22 version. It's so good that I might actually implement some of the changes to this baler that I did in the old FS22 version, since a lot of you are still playing that game. Alright, for the last one, well, actually, we're not on the last one here. There's the Road Systems dolly for the Fruhoff pack. Still needs a little bit of work. Let's see. My brain is braining here. Trailers. Yes. So, speaking of the Fruhoff pack, where did I put it? Did I put it in semi-trailers? No. No, I put it there. Okay, let's see. Low loaders. So, yeah. Fruhoff pack from FS22. Slide tandems, spread axle. And, I mean, like, a billion different company options. Logo options. You can change so many colors to whatever you want it. That's basically it on that one. It still needs a little bit of work. We're getting there with it. There's hazmat placards. You can do smooth or rib-sided as a reefer. A little tank. Side skirts. And yeah, that's basically it for all of them. And of course, you know, it does have a rear hitch option. A lift gate option as well. And a rear hitch. Functional lift gate, I should say. And I want to say, okay, CR1090, of course, you know, they released that one as a mod. And this is the one that I edited with my own stuff. And this will be the last one we'll look at. So, of course, you got the tank options, and I did add my Demco tank to it. So that's one of the big changes with this. I added tuning. Travelorg, you have tracks. Have the quad track tracks, which I personally like the black tracks better. I think they look good. Let's see. Michelin. So wide tires, random singles, that, and twin wheels. Very, very nice. A little bit different. I got rid of the clamp-on duals and did this, changed the hubs. And narrow twin wheels for smaller fields, I guess. Continentals, pretty much, you know, same options. And that's it for now. I mean, there's not really a whole lot. I did change the ladder, so the ladder, you know, you don't have the Euro option anymore. The ladder kind of stays out there, and as you notice, the wheel does not clip into the ladder. And if you know the one that Giants released, when you choose twin wheels, oh, look at that. Giants Software releasing a mod that's defective. Look at that. Clipped into the ladder. Okay. So that's all I really got for now. Like I said, we'll look at the Boomer. Nussel tractor. Has the sound file from the New Holland skid steer that I modified? You see the shifter moves, the gas pedal moves. It does shift. And brake pedal moves. Good little tractor. Alright. There's this one, y'all seen that one, needs some work. Big combine. I'm not gonna fire it up, y'all know what that sounds like. When I say by sounds with this one, that sound like ass. They sound good, but it's just like it's got that like weird growl to it that it just doesn't sound great. So I gotta redo them. Not a big deal. Well, where is? There it is. I did add the sound file from the Farmall to the T5 because that's how it sounds. Same tractor, just blue. Very nice. Of course, like I forgot to tell you, so that works. Can't remember. Yep. So opening door, opening roof cap. Let's see. I'll look at one of these Volvos, and we'll probably call it a day. Cummins X15 sounds. X15, not F15. You can see this is the 860. Super nice on the inside. I'll say what they want to about Volvos. I like them. Alright, so I mean that's pretty much everything so far in a nutshell. I mean, a lot to go through, and I still got a lot left to do, but we'll get her there. I got a lot of mods to still bring over, and I got a lot of stuff to finish up. And you know, right now there's a lot of stuff on Patreon. If y'all are interested in subscribing to that, I'll post a link in the description. Every little bit helps. I mean, even if you sign up for the $3 tier, I mean that helps me tremendously. Helps me to buy models. It helps me to afford the subscription for Substance Painter, so then I can make dirt maps and stuff like that. this helps me keep all this stuff running, because it's a hobby, yes, but it's not a cheap hobby, and it catches up with you after a while, especially after 5 years of doing this. And I want to, do it for another 5 years. So, anyways, we'll catch you guys next time. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments.